It's for sale.
Hello from Marathon, Florida. The reason that I am here is to help a friend bring this boat back. It is for sale if you're interested. So it's a gorgeous day, calm seas, no wind, really nice day. Boat started, had a little bit of a hard time idling. It's been sitting here for 4 months or something like that. We think probably just a good run out to sea should clear it up a bit, but got to get this thing onto the trailer and get it back to the Great Lakes.
We are OSHA compliant, MSHA compliant, Marathon Keys drunk compliant. Safety first here at the Troubleshooting Marina and Resort.
Well, you know, after sitting for 4 or 5 months, a little bit of idle trouble is not that bad. Just trying to be a good seaman and not make any sort of a wake, but the boat doesn't seem to want to sit below about 800 right now. So a little Italian tune-up on the way to the other side of the island to the marina should be fine. So if you look here, you'll see a couple of boats moving along and one boat just sitting there. Well, that's Tom, because Tom broke down. He made it all of, no, not that far, not even a mile. What happened was, when he had the boat on the lift, he had the seacock that allows cooling water into the engine closed because there is a freshwater flush out that he used. So he wanted to flush out the salt water, and he closed the seacock to do that. And then now here it is, and the seacock was closed and his engine overheated. So said it was showing about 225 degrees. Hopefully that's low enough. It didn't cause any damage, didn't go for very long. It just started having some issues. So now he's waiting for it to cool off, and he's going to try to start it up again, see what happens. He might need a tow. I don't know. Well, if you're going to be stranded waiting for your friend to get towed in, there are worse places you could be. I got hammocks and sand and a bar and a pool behind me here. This is Marathon, Florida, and it's not a bad place to be, even in May when it's 96 degrees. I've sweated through this shirt 6 or 7 times already today. Cannot wait to take a shower. But first, a little liquid refreshment and wait for my friend to come in. Supposedly, the towboat is bringing him in now, and according to the towboat captain, this marina will not allow the towboat to drop a boat in the harbor. I kind of get that. It's a bit bougie here. But the boat does run shortly before it starts to get warm. So the plan is to... Oh, there he is right there. Look at that. Perfect timing. The plan is to drop him there, and then he will come in on his own power. Now, I went to West Marine. I called 2 different places here in the Keys. Nobody has an impeller for a Crusader 454 engine, inboard engine, which is what this is. Now, granted, you know, pretty much everything in the Keys is all outboards. But you'd think somebody, West Marine had a pretty good selection of impellers, not the 130861 or whatever it is, 180361 or 183061, whatever it is. They did not have that. So hopefully, if we see the impeller is bad and needs to be replaced, hopefully that's a something we can order overnight. But if anything, the boat launch isn't too far away. Potentially, he can get the boat running, run it up under a reasonable temperature to the launch and get it on the trailer, and we'll worry about it later. But so here's where we're at. When everything fails, call your dad. If you're a dad out there, expect a phone call from your children in their mid-40s to try to figure this out, because we can't figure it out. We have water flowing into the pump, out of the pump, the impeller's fine. Pulled the thermostat housing off, and water is coming out of the thermostat housing. The thermostat is open. There's water flowing through the engine, but it is not cooling the engine. We don't understand. Day 2, and we think we might have figured it out. However, in an effort to add a little more water to the heat exchanger, which is what we think the problem is, I inadvertently sprayed something while it was running, and it immediately died, and now we can't get it to start. There's a little bit of spray got on the coil and toward the distributor cap, but I mean, it was a very, very minor amount. I don't know. So we're going to go and grab another tool that we could use for something else that we want to do, and let it just dry out for a little bit. This is the gauge right here that we're concerned about, and we've had this thing running for a good 10 minutes now, and it has not moved from that position. So we believe that we have the problem sorted, and maybe we'll take a little boat ride. Make it back yesterday, and now it's time to get this thing on the trailer. It is having a little bit of a hard time idling. So he's doesn't have that far to go, but it seems to run fine above 1500 RPM, but idles kind of iffy. So a little hard to get in and out of the harbor here, and it'll be interesting to get it on the trailer too. So we got this guy who doesn't seem to know where he's going or what he's doing. He's waiting to come in. That's a hard boat to turn, especially when it doesn't idle. So we'll see how well this works here. See if we can nail it on the first shot. Oh, this guy's just dropping in. He wants to fish right here. That's a perfect spot for him to fish. And I'm gonna go help my buddy, so we're gonna switch to the GoPro right now. A little clandestine operation here. We want to rinse the motor out so that there's no salt water sitting in there, and there are no car washes, there's no hose at the launch ramp. So found a lovely spigot on the side of this building over here, and hooked up our hose to it, and we're gonna wash out the motors. And here's the result. We are leaving the Keys. It's bittersweet because on the way home I get to pick up my stepdad, see him, and then I go get to see my wife in a couple of days. But Keys are pretty nice. Well, here we are driving through Orlando, right on the turnpike. Blew a tire. We just put this tire on yesterday because the tire that was on there had a bubble, and I think something went wrong. We had actually just stopped for fuel not too long ago. Checked the hubs, checked the tires, everything was nice and cool. Don't think I hit anything, but now we gotta change the tire. And the spare we have isn't great, but it'll get us off the road, hopefully. Unfortunately, it's Saturday night. I don't know if any place is gonna be open. Well, there's the spare. It's not the best spare in the world. And this is where I part ways with the boat. Tom is going to continue on tonight. He wants to try to make it home for Mother's Day. And I am in Ocala, Florida, so that I can get in this car and drive my stepdad back, because he's a snowbird. Well, we had a pretty successful trip overall. Certainly had our issues. It wasn't easy, but the boat is on the trailer. It's on its way back home. Hopefully the trailer holds up, and we'll be using that boat in Chicago. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate all the comments. When you like the videos, subscribe to the videos. It allows us to make more, so we really appreciate that. And you can always hit that bell notification icon if you would like. Then you'll be alerted when we upload new videos. Thanks very much.